And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Midweek Song Swap for December 1st. We are Dan and Faith, your hosts for this evening, coming to you from Charlestown, New Hampshire, where we still have a few inches of snow on the ground. And we are joined this time around by Andy and Judy from down in Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, good to see you guys too.
It's
Thrilled to be here.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen you guys in person, so.
Yeah, it has. I think you were at our house for dinner that night we went out.
Oh, that's true.
That was the last time I saw you in person.
We were coming back from the Cape or something, yeah.
Yeah.
That may
Mal-
be. That was a long time ago.
It was.
That was.
All right.
Oh, somebody's making noise here. Let me just
All right.
turn off
We
a
got
couple devices.
to mute a few phones here.
Turn off the cell signals.
Hush. All right.
That should help.
Hopefully
All right.
so. And since we are now we're past Thanksgiving, it's safe to do holiday songs. We figured we would start out with our one and only holiday song.
I
Excellent.
wrote this. This is called Solstice. I wrote this because we were going to be on Nick Noble's show, and his holiday show, you have to do at least one holiday song. We didn't have one, so I wrote one.
Cool.
Here we go.
Right? And you might want to click us
Oh,
on.
right.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's better. Out of practice.
Yeah. All right. So this is called Solstice. Ready?
Yep.
Sit by the fire, warm up your toes, cozy inside as winter winds blow. Big orange cat asleep in your lap, flames dancing round the hearthstones. Bright moon is shining, reflecting on snow, trees frosted white, bending so low. A glass of fine cider shared in good cheer, welcome the close of the year. Chase away darkness, join in our song. Hand in hand, our voices are strong. Chase away darkness, sing to the sky. Celebrate solstice tonight. A mighty storm's brewing, piling up snow. Inside we're warm by firelight glow. Gathered together with family and friends, sing as another year ends. Chase away darkness, join in our song. Hand in hand, our voices are strong. Chase away darkness, sing to the sky. Celebrate solstice tonight. We come to this place from many lands, here to find light, walk hand in hand. Those who divide us need love most of all. Let peace be our siren call. Chase away darkness, join in our song. Hand in hand, our voices are strong. Chase away darkness, sing to the sky. Celebrate solstice tonight. Peace and goodwill, that's where love begins. Witnessing souls, not the color of skin. The goodness of all reflects in our hearts. Hatred won't tear us apart. Chase away darkness, join in our song. Hand in hand, our voices are strong. Chase away darkness, sing to the sky. Celebrate solstice tonight. Chase away darkness, join in our song. Hand in hand, our voices are strong. Chase away darkness, sing to the sky. Celebrate solstice tonight. Celebrate solstice tonight.
Very cool.
Very nice. Great message.
Yeah.
Great,
Thank you.
great message.
And needless
That
to
song-
say, in a live audience, that one's a sing-along.
Oh, of course.
We had folks singing along on that on Sunday night, which was a real treat.
Yep.
And we actually just put that one out as a single.
Oh, cool.
So it's up on our store and available for streaming. and it'll get out onto all the other streaming platforms whenever CD Baby gets around to it.
Which will probably be January sometime.
Oh, sure.
They seem to be
right.
taking their time, but anyway. So
Yeah, cool.
Oh, cool.
play us a song.
All right.
We will. This is kind of a little silly song. I got the ukulele, and I wrote this song on the ukulele because I thought it kind of fit. It's about not wanting to be an adult anymore and kind of wanting to go back to what you did as a kid, like jumping in puddles and pretending you're Superman and dancing in the rain. And it's called I Want to Jump in Puddles. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
2, 3, 4. The 5 o'clock alarm screams, get out of bed. I'm running late and haven't had my coffee yet. I don't want to be a sheep being led by strangers down the street. I want to jump in puddles, fly through the air with a cape made from a sheet. I want to dance in the rain without a care, feel the sand beneath my feet, and see rainbows in the sky through a child's eyes. The weekend's here, but I have chores to do. There's bills to pay, the shopping and the laundry too. Is this all there is to life, me and you? Ships passing in the night. I want to jump in puddles, fly through the air with a cape made from a sheet. I want to dance in the rain without a care, feel the sand beneath my feet, and see rainbows in the sky through a child's eyes. I want to go back in time when there were endless possibilities, leave the real world behind and find joy in the simple things. I want to jump in puddles, fly through the air with a cape made from a sheet. I want to dance in the rain without a care, feel the sand beneath my feet, and see rainbows in the sky through a child's eyes. I want to jump in puddles.
That is fun. That's great.
I like it.
Yeah.
I
thanks.
am 100% in agreement with the sentiment, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, this adulting stuff is hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can be. Can be.
Not as much fun as I thought it was going to be when I was a kid.
Yeah,
know
yeah,
it.
you know, it's
Yeah.
like you're a little kid, you want to grow up and be able to do things, and it's like,
Now that
You
we're
know-
there, I like, yeah, I jumping in puddles.
taking naps.
Oh, naps.
Yes.
Yes.
I never wanted to take naps as a kid. And they practically had to force me. And now it's like, why can't I take one? This is not fair.
Well, we thought we might follow that with a song for our
Our grandniece
grandniece,
Who?
Izzy.
is the sort who runs and jumps in puddles. When we were first down visiting my nephew and his family, it was the first opportunity we'd had to not only meet the kids but also meet his wife. And you know the kids were 4 and 8 at that point, so it had been a while since we'd seen Seth. But we of course brought out the instruments because we always bring the instruments with us, and the kids started dancing, and little Isabella Gwen was quite taken with the music, and it's the only time she was not at all shy near us the whole trip.
Oh, cool.
So I wrote this for her as "Dance Izzy Dance" is the title, and the chorus is another easy sing along. Ready?
Yep.
Dance, Izzy, dance. Spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance. All through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance. The future is waiting, waiting to see what young Izzy will be. A doctor, a nurse, healing the wounded, finding a cure to help all mankind. It's all up to you. Follow your passion, follow your dreams, wherever you go. And dance, Izzy, dance. Spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance. All through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance. The future is waiting, waiting to see what young Izzy will be. Maybe an astronaut flying to Mars, or an astronomer studying stars. It's all up to you. Follow your passion, follow your dreams, wherever you go. And dance, Izzy, dance. Spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance. All through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance. The future is waiting, waiting to see what young Izzy will be. A singer, a teacher, a lawyer or a chef, helping the homeless, the blind or the deaf. Whatever you do it with passion. Whatever you do it with love. Don't rush to grow up. That way is folly. Live every day with laughter and joy. We're here to cheer, to listen and help you. The future is yours. We'll watch and be proud. And dance, Izzy, dance. Spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance. All through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance. The future is waiting, waiting to see what young Izzy will be. Dance, Izzy, dance. Spin to the music. Dance, Izzy, dance. All through the day. Dance, Izzy, dance. The future is waiting, waiting to see what young Izzy will be. Waiting to see what young Izzy will be.
Yeah, for little Isabella Gwen.
Oh,
not so
wonderful.
That was
anymore.
really cute. I like that.
Yeah.
Just
really
a fun,
neat.
simple song that, it fit. I mean, I was playing banjo that actually when the first instrument I pulled out at their house that first time. I'm just doing a little bit of banjo frailing, and the two of them the two little kids just were dancing. It's like, I got to write that.
Yeah, and we owe her brother a song at this point as well, but that one will probably involve sports.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids know what to do when they hear music. That's for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know when that's beaten out of kids, but it seems like at some age kids get self-conscious about dancing and about singing, and
It's a lot of fun to play at farmers markets because the parents are rushing around, they're trying to shop, and the kids hear the music and they stomp right in front of you, and they won't move.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
that's always
It's a
a
blast.
joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we tell people our when they ask us our target audience, it's usually like 50 or above and 7 and under.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Two of our biggest fans are 4 and 2.
And they know the lyrics to every song on our new album.
Cool.
It's
That's good.
They're so
They're
much fun.
absolutely adorable. Yeah.
Yeah, we had our little grandkids for Thanksgiving. The little boy's 2 and the girl is 9 months. But the 2-year-old was in the music room here, wanting to play the piano, strumming the guitars, and all he wanted to do was keep coming in here. And then he takes the mic. He needs to learn mic technique though because he eats the mic. But
Yeah.
he was all into it.
Awesome. Budding musician right there.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. I got him a little keyboard for Christmas. He doesn't know yet.
Neat.
All right, we're going to do a sing-along actually, too. This is one of the sing-alongs we always do in all of our shows. It's called I Try. And we start with the chorus so that you can learn the words. They're extremely simple. I'll kind of go over quickly with you what they are. It's called I Try, and the chorus is I try, oh Lord, I try.
Yes, I do.
I try, but I can't find my way home. So it's I try, oh Lord, I try, but I can't find my way home. And we're going to start off with the chorus. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I try, oh Lord, I try, but I can't find my way home.
When I was a young man, I worked on the farm. The call of the road held a beautiful charm. Oh, I could not resist her. I had to obey. She never told me the price I would pay. Oh, I tried, oh Lord, I tried, but I can't find my way home. I carried on as best as I could. I followed the river to get out of the woods. All the rattling wheels make a lonesome sound as I make my way from town to town. Oh, I tried, oh Lord, I tried, but I can't find my way home. Well, I've fallen so often, my knees are so worn, but I keep getting up come the rise of the morn. Oh, the burdens are many, the pleasures are few, the road's what I know, what else can I do? Oh, I tried, oh Lord, I tried, but I can't find my way home. When it gets in your blood, you can't break from the grass. He knows your future and clouds up your past. So weakens your soul, leaves you to wander alone. Oh, I tried, oh Lord, I tried, but I can't find my way home. Oh, I tried, oh Lord, I tried, but I can't find my way home.
That's great.
Yeah.
And we were singing along, and Faith was playing bass.
I had the bass.
There you go.
I had to stop playing the bass long enough for him to retune the banjo because
It's
it's
a banjo.
As I
Yeah.
know you guys understand.
Absolutely. We tell many banjo jokes while he's tuning the banjo in shows.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that's inevitable.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it was one time at camp, at summer music camp, I played a banjo joke song. And then that was at week 1. And week 2, I showed up with a banjo, and Lorraine was teaching banjo. And I said, about that song, she said, oh no, don't apologize. The banjo can take it.
That's true.
That is Lorraine, too.
Oh
It
yeah.
is, it
totally.
is.
Yep.
Miss them.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. But anyway, so we this will be a little darker, but it does follow.
And it has banjo, so that follows as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is called Where Are You Now? This will be on the next album. We have this recorded, waiting for a fiddle track.
Yes.
Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where do you sleep through the long nights? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where are you now?
We met in the morning, danced in the evening, pledged to each other the very same day. Now you are gone to fight in the war. Here I sit lonely, waiting
marched us for days, for weeks through the hillsides, off to the south. With our cannons and guns, brothers fought brothers, so many were slaughtered, waving the flags of tyrants and fools. Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where do you sleep through the long nights? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where are you now?
We gather in church, we gather together, we mothers and daughters, orphans of war. Each day we wonder who will return, and will they be changed when they come home?
We sit round the campfire well after sunset, dream of our loved ones so far away. Will you still be there if we return, if we make it back home? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where do you sleep through the long nights? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where are you now?
It's been many years since we were together, far longer than the time we once had. No word has come to tell us what happened. Will you and the others come back someday?
The battle was long and bloody and deadly, like lambs to the slaughter. We were cut down here in the soil, we many lay resting, here for all time to sleep evermore. Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where do you sleep through the long nights? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where are you now? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where do you sleep through the long nights? Where are you now, my darling, my sweetheart? Where are you now?
Very cool.
Yeah, that was a nice one.
Very
I can't
cool.
wait to hear the new album.
Yeah, as we said, a little darker.
Yeah, that's all right. It's about war, so it happens.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
Well-
I know you guys write some songs from prompts, and that one was a prompt of "It's been longer since I've seen you than I knew you."
Ah,
That was one of the more unusual prompts we've gotten.
It-
Not the craziest, but
No,
unusual.
but it took me a few weeks just to figure out what that meant.
sure. Yeah, absolutely. Wait, say that again.
Yeah,
Longer knew you what? Yeah,
Longer since I've seen you than I knew you.
right.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you never know, and sometimes they take you in interesting places.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
I ended up doing a song on that one from the point of view of the family dog, where his owners have left, and are never coming back, and 10 minutes later when they come back again, it's cause for major celebration.
Absolutely. That's right. He's trying to figure out when his next meal was.
Yeah,
That
That's
is
funny.
true. Yes.
every dog.
We
I've
have
ever
a historical song right here, and since we're on a little bit of a dark theme, this one's about a mine disaster, and I got the idea for this song from a junior scholastic magazine when I was still teaching, and the kids had it as an assignment, and it had a story about a mine in Illinois, the Cherry Mine or the St. Paul Mine in Illinois that collapsed. And they talked about a kid that was working the mine. And he got out and he escaped. And they talked about his history and the family history and the mine history. And they talked a little bit about the disaster. And I went, wow, that's fodder for a song. So we wrote one, and it's called the St. Paul Mine. I'd like to play it for you. Ready?
Yep.
2, 3. 1909, when I was just a boy. My father died at the St. Paul mine in Cherry, Illinois. Myself and many others would escape the flames that day. Many more had a different fate. The owners knew the power was out, used torches for light, they said. When the hay caught fire well down below, the owner showed no regret. 'Cause it was profits before people, coal grew their Monero. With their greed, they lost their soul. Where I live, there's a big hole in the ground. Where I live, no little kids run around. They work in the mine every day. Where I live, that's all there is to say. They closed off both the shafts so the flames would get no higher. They left the men and the boys to perish in the fire. 500 went down that shaft, fewer than half came home. They left the widows and orphans alone. Where I live, there's a big hole in the ground. Where I live, no little kids run around. They work in the mine every day. Where I live, that's all there is to say. Some say it was the owners, some say it was the mine that sealed the miner's fate. Was it greed or a bad design? By grace I got out, I dodged the reaper's scythe. I'll tell the tale my whole life. Where I live, there's a big hole in the ground. Where I live, no little kids run around. They work in the mine every day. Where I live, that's all there is to say. Where I live, there's a big hole in the ground. Where I live, no little kids run around. They work in the mine every day. Where I live, that's all there is to say. Where I live, that's all there is to say.
Nice.
Yeah. And yeah, that's totally song-worthy story.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was
Interesting they were teaching it as a kid's lesson.
Yeah.
It's a good lesson. But yeah, and child labor.
No, it's good
is
because
not
they got to tell the story of how mines worked back then, how coal mines worked back then, and the hardships in this one town, and it was good. It was a 6th grade class, and it was awesome. It's really
Cool.
really good.
Yeah. Well, the 6th graders cannot appreciate the fact that they weren't working in a mine.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the kid that they tell the story about is the same age. He's
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like, well, so we were trying to figure out what to follow that with,
And we were not going to do this song.
but
And then you got to your chorus.
and it just seemed like it fit better than anything else. So this is
Yeah.
a coal mining song,
Okay.
And-
of all things.
Quite frankly, if this song had happened, maybe yours might not have.
Okay.
You'll understand when you hear it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Get my fingers cranked up here. Boss man says dig a hole in the ground, deep black hole in the ground. He stays up while we go down, deep black hole in the ground. Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole in the ground, deep black hole in the ground. Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole in the ground. There's coal in that deep dark ground, coal in that deep dark ground. Way down in that deep dark mine, deep black hole in the ground. Danger's never far behind, deep black hole in the ground. Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole in the ground, deep black hole in the ground. Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole in the ground. There's coal in that deep dark ground, coal in that deep dark ground. Foreman says gotta organize, deep black hole in the ground. Go on strike for someone dies, deep black hole in the ground. Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole in the ground, deep black hole in the ground. Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole in the ground. There's coal in that deep dark ground, coal in that deep dark ground. Walk that picket line, have your say, deep black hole in the ground. Live to see another day, deep black hole in the ground. Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole in the ground, deep black hole in the ground. Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole in the ground. There's coal in that deep dark ground, coal in that deep dark ground. No more coal until we win, deep black hole in the ground. Till that day we won't go in that deep black hole in the ground. Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole in the ground, deep black hole in the ground. Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole in the ground. There's coal in that deep dark ground, coal in that deep dark ground. Dig a hole.
Hey.
Love it. Love it.
Cool.
That's one of yours?
Yeah, I wrote that. Actually, I wrote the music first, which I could never do. We were out in Iowa waiting for some service on our van, actually, and I went strolling around with my banjo, and that banjo riff just started happening.
And then,
That's
then
awesome.
And then we got a song prompt of Black Hole.
This was right when that first picture of a black hole was published, and it's like I wasn't going to go for that part, for that meaning of it, and it's like, no, dig a hole.
Yeah,
Deep black hole in the ground.
yeah.
Yeah, I really like that one. I don't know if I've heard that one before.
It's pretty new.
It's relatively new. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tail end of mid 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, just before everything
Before
stopped.
everything went down.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I
Oh,
really,
Andy's-
really like it.
Yeah, that was
Thank you.
cool. Neat,
And
neat,
he's
neat.
got his harp and banjo.
Oh, yeah, I
together.
know.
He is. This song was inspired from a trip to a museum we were playing out in Ohio. And we stopped at the Maritime Museum in Sandusky, Ohio. And they had an exhibit about the Underground Railroad. And what I didn't know was that Sandusky was a major stop on the Underground Railroad, where there was sometimes you would be able to catch a boat to Canada for freedom.
That explains the Maritime Museum in Sandusky. I was a little confused. So
Yes.
Makes perfect sense.
Well, it's
Very
right on the
cool.
lake,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And what they said was on one of the placards on the exhibit was that in Uncle Tom's Cabin, that it's thought that one of the scenes that Harry Beecher Stowe was talking about being at a pier was supposed to be a pier in Sandusky.
Wow.
So I thought that was kind of cool. And in the book, the escaping slaves are taking the boat called the Arrow across to Canada. And you'll hear that reference in the chorus about taking an arrow across the Jordan.
Cool.
So this kind of, the song was inspired by that. It's called There's Freedom and Hope. And hope was the code name for Sandusky. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
That's not the right verse. My heart is heavy these days, these days. My heart is heavy these days. When the darkness comes to carry me away, the angels come to my aid. Oh, there's freedom and hope. That's where I'm gonna go. Yeah, there's freedom and hope. That's where I'm gonna go. Cross the Jordan on the arrow from the old man's bow, straight to the promised land. My faith is shaking these days, these days. My faith is shaking these days. When I ask for signs to help me find my way, I am never led astray. Well, there's freedom and hope. That's where I'm gonna go. Yeah, there's freedom and hope. That's where I'm gonna go. Cross the Jordan on the arrow from the old man's bow, straight to the promised land. My legs are weary these days, these days. My legs are weary these days. When the good Lord calls and they lay me in my grave, I will not be afraid. 'Cause there's freedom and hope. That's where I'm gonna go. Yeah, there's freedom and hope. That's where I'm gonna go. Cross the Jordan on the arrow from the old man's bow, straight to the promised land. Well, there's freedom and hope. That's where I'm gonna go. Yeah, there's freedom and hope. That's where I'm gonna go. Cross the Jordan on the arrow from the old man's bow, straight to the promised land. Cross the Jordan on the arrow from the old man's bow, straight to the promised land. Straight to the promised land.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's, yeah.
And a great story.
Oh, I know.
And this is, it's the kind of stuff we like to do as well, which is, telling stories around the songs as well as the song itself, and perfect for the kinds of audiences that we play for and that you play for.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You can teach a little something as well as entertain.
Yeah, and,
Yep.
and you captured the whole hope of everything in the joy of the song.
Absolutely,
That's
yeah.
just,
And the harmonica really works for exactly that reason. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Thanks.
It works.
just
Yeah, it's
provides that joy.
it's a fun tune to play.
yeah.
It is. It's great. Singing along a little bit. Faith was playing bass.
Yep.
Cool.
We love doing in the rounds in person because it's like it's possible then to collaborate. But
Right.
this is
Yep.
this is a little bit less fun in that regard, but it's still lots of fun.
Yeah, we're collaborating, you just can't tell.
Right, right.
Yeah,
It's an anonymous collaboration.
that's
yeah.
right. Yep.
Well, got us thinking about possible different songs to do, and this one is crossing a different border, still the United States, but coming from the South,
And a different kind of freedom.
and looking for a different kind of freedom. So this is called Mi Nombre Jorge. Mi nombre Jorge. Please can I stay? My life was threatened. Just yesterday, I mean no harm. Just wanna farm, work the fields and earn an honest pay. 'Cause we just wanna live a simple life. Escape the hatred and strife. We come as a family to the land of the free to plead our case for a better life. Thug said, pack up and run, or else they take away my only son. I had no say. They took my land away, so I came here to find better days. 'Cause we just want to live a simple life, escape the hatred and strife. We come as a family to the land of the free to plead our case for a better life. We walked here 1,000 miles or more, came to knock on liberty's door, through mountains and deserts to this place, searching for a little peace and grace. We come because of the mess that was made. The CIA meddled, then walked away. The junta they propped up is killing those of us who live in peace and work hard every day. 'Cause we just want to live a simple life, escape the hatred and strife. We come as a family to the land of the free to plead our case for a better life. Plead our case for a better life. A better life.
Yeah, that was powerful.
Yeah, very powerful, very topical song. Very.
Yep.
A lot of people can be singing that song these days.
Yeah.
Yep, that's for sure.
Yep. So.
Is that another newer one?
Yeah,
Very.
I wrote that last spring. This
Past,
yeah,
spring 2021.
we first played that in April.
Yep.
But
Another
and
prompt song.
and it's been edited down a whole bunch from when I wrote it, of course.
Yeah.
But
Sure.
it's finally settling in. And actually, we got to get Faith's. So the prompt was, "My name is George," and we had a really interesting evening. We've done a couple of our songwriter showcase things with prompts during the pandemic. It's just not nearly the same when we don't have an audience.
Yeah. If
Right.
for no other reason than it's really hard to pass around the little pieces of paper
Get
and
the
collect
prompts.
them back.
Yeah.
Asking people to put prompts in is actually surprisingly difficult to get prompts out of people.
We would have them put them in the comments or something, but they wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So.
They want to be anonymous when they pick something really strange.
Yeah, I guess so. But Faith has this really great song from the perspective of a trans kid, which is mostly done. Basically, it's done. I think I need to learn it.
You need to learn it's a true duet, and he needs to learn his part.
Because my part wasn't there originally.
Yeah,
It's evolved a little bit.
It has definitely evolved. And during that same show, we had Chuck Williams, who got a brilliant song about George Floyd, because George Floyd was in the news at the time. And Jan Seides, who was our other guest from down in Austin, she apologized for going lighthearted, and we thanked her for going lighthearted, because none of us did. Judy, I don't know if you were a fan of Nancy Drew as a kid. I know I was.
Yep.
She wrote a song from the point of view of Nancy's best friend George, and
It was brilliant.
it just brought back so many wonderful memories of those books. And when she finished the song, I told her, please don't apologize. That was just a walk down memory lane. It was so much fun.
Right.
Oh yeah, sometimes you got to bring some light material with you.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Especially
And-
when you get a dark,
dark
potentially dark
prompt.
prompt, yeah.
What we love so much with the prompt songs is, when we do these showcases, is like you get all these different
Four
directions
completely different directions.
from the same spark. So
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because we host the Cherry Bridge Songwriters once a month.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
you guys, I know you
it's-
guys do prompts for that. So.
We
Yeah.
do, yeah. And the prompts are optional. You don't have to write to the prompt if you don't want to, but most everybody does or tries to, and they are completely different. I mean, amazingly different. It's amazing how a group of people that you've known for a long time look at the same thing so completely differently,
Yeah.
and where they get the motivations.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know Dave Jackson.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
know
yeah,
Dave
yeah.
Jackson? Yeah. He's part of it with his girlfriend Brenda, and they collaborate. And they write beautiful stuff because she plays a beautiful flute and he plays
Oh,
his
Brenda's
amazing
good
guitar.
friend,
And he says he gets his motivations with a prompt by just sitting at the beach and looking at the waves, or looking at a tree, or in fact, their latest song was about a tree.
Cool.
And it was just amazing
It was amazing.
how they work.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, the ideas can come from anywhere.
Oh, yeah. And
You know,
we have
they-
great fun with it because we made a deal when we first started doing those showcases that if at any point there was ever a month where one of us couldn't come up with an idea, that we would co-write. And in all the years that we've been doing this, we have never co-written. And
There you go.
after the first couple of years, we got to a point where we didn't play the songs for each other until we performed them in public, which means we're as surprised by each other's songs as we are by everybody else's.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and
Which
that's
is-
fun.
Which is a lot of fun. Yeah.
And
And not all of them are keepers.
No, we've had
Right.
some
Right.
real dogs, and I'm not talking about the
The dog songs.
the dog songs. And there are some, you play them once, and then you slide them into the back of the notebook, and you never see them again.
Oh, sure.
And there have been a few where it's like, I need to write this to get this off my chest, and all right, I've done that now. I don't ever have to do that again. And then
Right. Absolutely.
and then our last album was more than half
Yeah.
prompt songs, so
Right.
it's great fun.
So-
The last song that I wrote for the songwriters evening was about my leaf blower, because I had nothing else. And my neighbor fired up his leaf blower, which drowned out everything in the neighborhood. So I wrote a song about a leaf blower.
Yep.
It was actually pretty funny. Everybody in the group really liked it.
Oh, I'm sure, because we've all had that pain.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, I don't remember what the prompt was, but I wrote the Menopausal Blues.
Yeah, I wouldn't write that one.
I don't think I would either.
No. Little out of my league.
Yeah, I should dig that one out, though.
Yeah, I'd like to hear
Talk
that
about
one.
topical. Yeah.
But it is fun. I mean, this is, it's it's songwriting games in a way, but
Yeah.
Sure.
and it's all good. So
It is.
Yep.
Absolutely. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Where
gonna
to next?
we're gonna bring you down to Louisiana, actually Southeast Texas. My father is he's passed, but he on his side, he is 100% Cajun, Acadian from Nova Scotia in the 1750s when they got kicked out, and whenever we went to visit him, it was always Cajun music on the radio, and I knew some folks from Lake Charles, Louisiana, and we went down there and had some good Cajun food, and my relatives on that side are rice farmers from Southeast Texas, and they're all Cajun and Acadian, and so I decided that I wanted to try to write a Cajun type song.
Cool.
You would think that I could do that. I've tried for years, and I just can't get the rhythm down. I don't know what I sound like, but it wasn't Cajun. So I kind of did this one, and I always apologize to the audience if there's any people that are really Cajun and have actually played Cajun music.
Yeah.
Please bear with me. And this one's called Cabin on the Bayou. It has all of the iconography of what you would think for Cajuns, swamps and all kinds of stuff. So it's called Cabin on the Bayou. Are you ready? 2, 3, 4. I'm heading down the road with my pedal to the floor. My tires are a-burning, I can hear the engine roar. So don't be parking in my driveway and banging on my door, 'cause I won't be there to greet you. I got a cooler full of beer and gumbo in the pot to share it with my friends when they get up to the spot. We're gonna fade-o-do till the sun comes up, going to my cabin on the bayou. Cabin on the bayou, cabin on the bayou. There's music in the air, life without a care, let's have some fun on the bayou. The Zydeco band will be burning up the night. We'll be swinging to the left and swinging to the right. The accordion and fiddle will play it loud and tight. We'll have our dancing shoes on. Well, the gators and the catfish will be splashing to the beat. The etouffee and boudin balls are very good to eat. The avian sauce will be flowing hot and sweet. There's a party at my cabin on the bayou. Cabin on the bayou. Cabin on the bayou. There's music in the air, life without a care, let's have some fun on the bayou. Singing in the trees, dancing with the stars to the Cajun beat. We got crawfish boiled, no more cares or toils. As we Cajuns say, let the good times roll. Cabin on the bayou, cabin on the bayou. There's music in the air, life without a care, let's have some fun on the bayou. Cabin on the bayou, cabin on the bayou. There's music in the air, life without a care, let's have some fun on the bayou. Let's have some fun on the bayou.
That's fun.
Yeah,
That's great.
Definitely not Cajun, but a whole heck of a lot of fun.
I know.
Just send you off with Erica Weiss for a while. She'll or we'll get you, Kate Campbell with her triangle.
That's it.
To drive the beat into you or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's good at that.
Oh, well, we got one more round, so we thought we'd play off that a bit, and sort of center of a different kind of town.
Yeah.
So this
A
is
little quieter.
yeah. So picture a little town in the hills with a bunch of houses and a general store. And this is loosely based around the town of Becket, Massachusetts, where I've spent much of my life because my parents built a cabin there. But Becket was a thriving industrial town until 1927, when it rained 5 inches in 36 hours and took out a dam that took out another dam and it wiped out all the factories.
Ooh.
Wow.
And the pictures, the early photographs, it looked like a hurricane had gone through. But
And this was, before the hurricane of 38, so
yeah.
yeah.
So this is called Sleepytown. At the general store you can get doghouse roses and cigarettes, rods and reels and fishing nets, movie rentals and snacks for pets. In this sleepy little town, in this sleepy little town. This old town the time forgot, with its winding roads and flower pots. Neighbors who never lock their doors, but the trains don't stop here anymore. At the general store it all goes down, social hub of this small town, where the gossip goes around and policeman makes his daily rounds. In this sleepy little town, in this sleepy little town, this old town that time forgot, with its winding roads and flower pots. Neighbors who never lock their doors, but the trains don't stop here anymore. At the general store you'll find it all, snowshoes hanging from the wall, gas your car, brakes for fall, what you need though it's no mall. In this sleepy little town, in this sleepy little town, highway went by years ago, factory moved to Mexico. Quarries closed and the motel too, quiet settles like the morning dew. But the general store has closed its doors, dust collects on creaking floors. Can't shop in this town no more, and we don't know what's in store for this sleepy little town, for this sleepy little town, this old town the time forgot, with its winding roads and flower pots. Neighbors who never lock their doors, but the trains don't stop here anymore. The sleepy little town.
Very nice. I like the harmonies there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
What a nice ode to a small town.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that was neat.
and it's really about any small town. The general store is so often the central hub of life in the little towns.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Right.
And that one we had that on our original CD, which is out of print, and we have it recorded for the new CD, except for the little tap.
We have to come up with a good tap.
We have because tapping on the guitar when we recorded it sounded dumb.
Sure.
So we every now and again we go through and try tapping things in front of a microphone, and sooner or later we'll find something that sounds like what we want it to sound like.
That's it. Yeah.
Right.
That's
and
what
I
you do.
actually was thinking about we only need one tap because we can just copy it.
Yeah.
Copy
That's
and paste, right. Hey, did you try the woodblock with the drumstick thing yet?
Yeah, that didn't.
It still didn't
No.
No,
quite
it's-
do the right sound, but yeah,
Yeah.
we'll find something.
Yep.
But
Oh,
yeah, we'll
sure.
probably put that on the forthcoming album.
Yeah.
It's one
Yeah,
of my
definitely.
favorites from way back that I really want to bring back out.
Yeah. And that
Right.
one's that is way back 2009.
Yep.
Yikes.
Very cool.
So we got time for one more song, so we'll let you
All right.
guys
Sing us
We're
out.
we're gonna tone it down a little bit also. We're going to sing a song that comes from a person that we met when we were on the road. We were in Maryland playing a Saturday and a Sunday, and they were both afternoon shows, so we had a Saturday evening free. We went and put ourselves in the corner of a local soup kitchen and just stuck ourselves there and just played for the patrons as they came in for an hour and a half or so. And this one person, his name was Phil. He seemed to really be taken with our music, and every time we finished a song, he'd move closer and closer and closer. And finally, towards the end of the hour or so, he came up to us and introduced himself and talked about his music and talked about his experiences. And then he asked us if we knew Blowing in the Wind. And we're like, yeah, we know that one. so he said, well, it's my favorite song. Could you play it? So we played it for him, and it was very emotional, and it was neat. And so a song came out when we came home. A song came out of it, and the name of the song is Songs He Once Knew. Ready? Came in from the cold to find a meal, to make his hunger fade, just like every night. His troubled thoughts he can't conceal, in this soup kitchen line he ponders what might have been. Sound was heard above the din, lyric and melody caught him by surprise. Duo in the corner played for him, at least he felt that way. This proud man with tears in his eyes. The music filled him up and lingered in his soul. The others disappeared from view. Songs were all his own. The words he'd always known would take him to a life he once knew. He asked them to play his favorite song, blowing in the wind, and it made him smile. He sang along with every word, he knew them all by heart, as if to sing them gave him flight. The music filled him up and lingered in his soul. The others disappeared from view. Songs were all his own. The words he'd always known would take him to a life he once knew. Songs were all his own. The words he'd always known would take him to a life he once knew.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's gorgeous. Yeah.
I actually think I've heard you play that before.
Yeah, that's an
Wonderful
older
song.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an old song.
That's
yeah.
a great song.
Yeah.
And a great story, and kudos for going off and
And playing for the
playing for the soup kitchen. That's just
awesome.
that's an awesome thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just so sad. I mean, the age group. I mean, there was a little kid playing my mandolin, and his father was panicking that he was going to break the thing. And I'm like, don't worry about it. We're cool. But he was like 7 or 8 all the way up to the elderly. It was
Yeah.
just, it was extremely sad how many people had to go there.
Yeah, I know during the height of one of the waves of the pandemic here, our food shelf, which is what they call the food bank in this part of the country, went from serving about 100 families to about 250.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just flat out trying to keep up. And a lot of people hurting.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, great song.
Great song.
Well, thanks.
And thank you for joining us this evening. You guys came out with a new CD this last year, if I recall correctly.
We
If you
did in
wanna-
June. We came out with a CD called Let Us Sing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And so folks should go and find Andy and Judy's website. We've got it going across the screen here, andyjudysing.com. And you can find us at danandfaith.com. And
Including a link off to our new single.
that's true.
So, and,
Well, you too. I hope we cross paths on the road at some point.
that would be fun.
Have to
Oh, absolutely.
meet up somewhere and swap songs in person and
Sure.
and just
Absolutely.
catch up.
Yeah.
It's been way
Absolutely. It's been
long.
too long.
Yeah.
Way too long.
Yeah.
Miss
Well,
you guys.
Yeah, I'd like
Yeah.
to
And you.
thank you for having us
Yeah.
on. It was a pleasure. It was
Yeah,
fun.
thanks for thinking of us.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
we're so delighted that you could join us, and we will sign off and end the broadcast. But thanks again, and
All
thanks to
right.
everybody who's watched.
thank you.
Watching
Yeah,
now,
thanks
and
everybody
who
for
watches
watching.
later.
Thank you.
And
See
yeah,
ya.
for all you who watch later, appreciate your coming and finding us after the fact.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Have a great evening, everyone.
All right.
Yes. Good night.
Take care. Good night.